You know what I'm super excited about? I don't know if you guys played this at all, but the second Zelda game's coming out.
Welcome in, Advice Pod. In person, Raysean all the way from Ohio. Hey, what's up, Ray?
How you guys doing?
I'm doing
the same.
about the
Because
same
I
as
didn't
always.
travel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you.
all in here in person, doing a couple of Advice Pods from a hotel room.
Holiday Inn.
Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. And
I didn't know.
I don't know the rest of the words.
Yeah, me either. But I said that earlier, so it feels kind of like you stole that from me
Shut up, Kelly.
when we got here. I'm just saying.
All right.
Okay.
If I kept singing the lyrics, would it have still been stealing?
Hotel, motel.
Not a Holiday Inn. Nah. I keep wanting to go to Wycliffe, and if a girl acts up at the carnival, then you snatch her friend, say what?
I have no idea. I don't know
I've
what that
never
is.
heard this song.
You guys are listening to the carnival. All right, so
Sorry.
we're sitting here in person, doing an advice pod. Raysean's got the first post. What do you got, Ray?
First post is an Ask Reddit.
Mm.
What's sexy for a woman to do, but creepy for a guy to do?
What's good about this post right now, given what just happened before we kicked the show off, was Kelly did that creepy Lucille Bluth wink.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I was like, oh, normally if a girl would wink, you know, like I'd be like, oh yeah, what's up? And then Kelly did that wink and I was like,
bad.
oh God. But, you know, generally speaking, if a dude winks, I'm like, what are you trying to say?
I think it's just because you're not attracted to men.
Think so?
Yeah. Because I don't mind it if a man winks if they're like good at it. If it's like suave.
Hmm.
You know,
I
if
don't
they
think
have
I've
riz.
ever been good at just winking. Like,
Can you
know
be
what I mean?
suave with a wink?
I mean, I think you could.
I think. Have you ever had like when a girl drops something in front of you and then bends down and then picks it up? And
Oh,
looks
the
at
bend
you?
and snap?
You
Yeah.
can't. I don't think guys look good doing that. I don't think it gives off the right message.
Bend and snaps
I
a
just
good
think,
fit.
again, it's because you're not attracted to men. I think if you saw men bend over and pick something up and you were like, yeah,
But would you
that would
find
just
that
be
attractive?
saying something about you. I mean, if it was like a good looking guy, I mean, well, depends on what they were picking up too, I guess.
Or like how women can just like point at their vagina and you know what that means. But if a guy did that at the workplace,
What
you'd
is
be
it?
like,
What does that mean?
What does it mean if a girl points at her vagina?
I'm thinking that means let's fuck. I'm hoping that means let's fuck.
I don't feel like that's what it means, actually, but I've never seen anyone do that.
What if
Yeah.
she's got like something else going on with her vagina?
I was gonna say she's like needs a cream or something.
Yeah, well,
she's
she's
like,
itchy
she's like,
down
I got
there.
a
I think
situation.
if someone's pointing at their vagina and looking at you with eye contact, I don't think they're like, yeah, I need my cream now. Like, you know,
Well-
My Vagisil.
Ugh, this is gross.
You know what's grosser?
What?
Is that somehow I know what Vagisil's for?
I don't think that's gross. There's commercials for it on TV.
Oh, all right, cool. I'm
Yeah.
ungrossed.
Yeah, it probably just like
I don't
seeped
even know
into
what
your
it-
brain.
What do it do?
All right, how about women can get away with doing some sexy twerking? I would not like to see a man twerk. I don't think anyone would like to see a man twerk, regardless of gender and what you're attracted to.
Okay, yes, I can maybe get down with that. I think wearing thong bikini bottoms at the beach. I think
Borat.
very few men could pull that off. Even very attractive men, it would be, I think, a little off-putting personally.
Realistically, who has the ass for that, male or female? Very
few people. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that would burn my eyes, but people do what they want to do.
people do that.
I don't judge.
I do. I
You
judge all the fucking time.
You know what else I think is weird when men do it is pierce their nipples.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
weird.
Yeah.
I think that's weird. No hate
Yeah.
if you do it and you're a man, but to me, I just think that that's a little weird.
Tons of hate. I don't get it, and you're weird, and I hate you.
Okay.
Or like licking your lips.
Dude,
I think
I'm licking my lips a
Kyle.
lot right now because I left my fucking
Lost his
chapstick at home,
chapstick.
and I'm having a tough time. So if I'm licking my lips a ton, it's not to be sexy. It's because
You
my
just
lips
took
hurt.
that so personally.
I really did. I just got so mad. I almost left to go buy chapstick right before we started, but I was like, you can get through a couple hours. It's not a big deal. But man, my lips hurt real bad.
If you see him do it, put it in the comments. Is it sexy?
It's not. It's not. It's necessity.
Will you let us know, viewers?
That's what I'm saying.
You
Damn.
might get a few people under there in the comments.
Yeah.
Like, bring your sugar daddy over here.
Sugar daddy with the cracked lips. Yeah.
I can't think of anything else that's just sexy when women do it, but not when men do it. I don't think a lot of things really are that sexy.
thong bikini
I
bottoms.
think the hair swing, that's more sexier when a woman does it.
I
But I don't
guess,
know.
but very few men have long enough hair to do it. Anyway, it'd be like Fabio. Remember, he would be like swinging his hair around in those movies and shit he used to do.
I used to have hair that
Did
long.
he do movies? I always thought he did books or whatever.
Book covers and
Mm.
stuff. Well, he was definitely like in some films.
Imagine if Fabio wrote the books too.
Oh, he'd be paid. He'd be
Hmm?
big.
Hmm.
Oh, we're just thinking he didn't. Did he not? Or
I don't think he did. No,
oh,
Fabio doesn't strike me as much of an author. Maybe I'm wrong.
we
Maybe
saying
he,
that,
like-
and he'd be like, he
Might
got
be
a
a
whole
poet.
franchise.
Maybe
you know
like
what
the
I mean?
opportunities for sexy Fabio book covers like started to dry up. So he's like, I need to make my own way now.
I'll
I'm just
make
gonna
the
write the
content.
fucking book myself, and then I'll post for the cover.
I'll make the demand.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
maybe.
Shout out to Fabio. He's one guy who can do whatever he wants, I guess.
I think everybody probably knows Fabio. Like, that's the most. Well, in our age group, I don't think he's doing anything big now.
I don't
he's-
even know if he's still kicking. Is he? He's like old now, isn't he? Isn't he like
Let's hope he
ancient?
like-
He's
He's
probably
old.
like in his 70s, but he's still around. He's
You think he
kicking,
looks
dude.
anything like that still, or you think he's just?
Oh man,
Hair's
we gotta
all
do
gray.
this, huh? All right.
I think buff old people are wicked creepy, so I hope he's dwindled away a little bit. No offense to any
Probably looks like
Fabio
John
fans.
Redcorn or something.
John Redcorn, like the Indian character from King of the Hill. Yeah, he looks like he was in an 80s metal band. Like,
Yeah, okay.
I get it. Good for him. Great hair, Fabio. Did you learn how to shred? Probably not. If you did,
I
though,
wonder how much he's worth. That's I don't know why, but I just want to know how much money he made.
Got the phone out. Google it real quick.
I'm just going to look at his
Fabio net worth.
1959. So how old does that make him? Like 64?
Wow,
I
that's
think.
not as old as I was expecting. I thought he's been old for a long
Yeah,
time.
age 64, it says.
Hmm.
Good for him.
Good for you, Fabio.
He can do
Good
whatever he
for
wants.
you.
Fabio's the only exception to this question. All right?
All right.
All right.
All right.
Good one,
Nice. Is it my
Ace.
turn? Are we moving on?
I think.
We have no more sexy things? Sell their bathwater. That's another one. But I don't think it's sexy when women
I
do it
don't
either.
know.
I think that's
think
disgusting.
bath water is if it's not clear.
I think that's
I don't
horrendous.
think it's disgusting.
don't
I
even
seen
think
somebody
it's really
post
their
their bath water.
bathwater.
And it was all black and brown. I'm like, what's sexy about that? Like,
Boyfriend has been missing for months. Family says he's dead, but there's no proof. My boyfriend essentially ghosted me while on a trip, and when I contacted his family, they said, too bad, he's dead. But they didn't invite me to the funeral, and I wasn't in the will. Is he really dead, or is this an elaborate prank against me, and he'll jump out and say gotcha in a month? Please help. That's totally what the real post was, right? Right?
I mean, I read
Similar.
it a few hours ago, but that
Sounds
does sound pretty good.
the only
Sum up,
interesting
yeah.
thing I find about that is you're only the girlfriend, right? Girlfriend.
Yeah.
Why are you in the will? Like I don't even. That's the.
What do you
interesting
mean,
thing.
why am I in the will?
Is she in the will?
No, I just said she's not in the will.
She's
She
not
said
in the
she's
will.
not
You
in the
said
will.
not, but why would you figure you was in the will?
If that's my boyfriend of 5 years, I don't know how long they've been together.
You would expect to
How
be in
long
the
you got to
will?
be with somebody before you're in their will?
I would think you have to be married
Why?
before you even
What
make
if you
it.
never
in
married?
my mind, I would think we would have to be married before I put you on my will.
What if you're dating someone and you're in love with them and you've been together for 15 years? You wouldn't put them in your will?
That's not the
If
case
we're
in
not
this,
married.
in this
Oh, I'm
post.
just saying.
It sounds like, what'd you say? They were dating for 5 months?
I mean, sure, yeah. That sounds like perfect ghosting time. That's why.
Yeah, you don't just ghost somebody that has you in their will. This is somebody who was dating for maybe a handful of months,
Yeah.
and then
Parents just said, "Oh, he's
dude
dead."
went on vacation.
Oh, he did.
And he's like,
Yeah.
Mom and Dad, you have to help me get away from this crazy girl I'm dating. I don't know how. She's
Pretend
going to
I
murder me in my
died.
sleep if I try to break up with her. And then he's like, oh my God, murder me in my sleep? Eureka, I have the best idea.
Mm.
I'm just going to fake my own death, Mom and Dad, and you're going to help me. And you're going to be the one to break the news to the girl. And I'm just going to go out of my way to never see her again for the rest of my existence.
Yeah. I'll
I
just
wonder
wear a
how they said
disguise.
it. Like, "Oh, is Rick there? No, he died. Can you stop calling?"
That's her finding out about her boyfriend. There's some girl crying in the hallway.
We're in a hotel, guys. This,
Oh, it's like serious.
It's little boys crying after they lost that baseball tournament.
Is it?
It could be. Yeah, there's a lot of kids here for a baseball game.
Baseball? I feel so bad.
Damn.
Shh. Want to hear.
Me too.
Aw, poor thing.
Oh, we don't get one
Be
of
better
those.
at baseball if you don't want to cry, you know? Work harder. I don't know what to
Okay.
tell you.
Damn.
So,
He said work hard.
Just saying.
oh, that was-
Hopefully, we don't hear one of those one dads that be like, "It's your fault.
This
Just
is-
practice harder."
For real.
yeah, next time don't ground into a fucking double play, Timmy.
Yeah,
Jesus
come on.
Christ.
You weren't even holding the bat right.
Hit into the
How
shit, you
many
big
times
dumbass.
did we have to go over this?
I don't care if you're 7. Get it together.
7's basically 10, which is basically an adult.
At this age, in this economy,
When I was 7, I was winning all my tournaments.
I didn't even get participation trophies.
Yeah, come on.
So this girl, her
Yeah.
boyfriend got a participation trophy in the game of life, allegedly, because now he's dead.
Yeah.
Is he dead, though? Probably
I don't
not.
think so. The post, so I know I summed it up so stupidly, but essentially the post really makes it seem like the boyfriend just is like ghosting this girl and got his whole family roped into saying he's dead. There was no funeral. There was no report. There was nothing in the news.
All right.
So
Let's think
weird.
about it from a different perspective. Maybe the boyfriend didn't want to break up with her at all, but the family just really
Don't
fucking
like her.
hates this girl.
Yeah.
And like they kidnapped him and put him in the basement to be able to sell it for a while that he's dead for real.
Or they like shipped him off.
No,
to,
I mean, if she
some kind
really
of
wanted to
boarding
know,
school.
she could just send the police to his house and be like, somebody
Can you
reported
check in if he's really dead?
Well,
Yeah, you can send the police there.
Not if you're not family, I don't think. And what if they're minors? I don't know.
All you gotta do is say, I think you're trying to commit
Suspicious.
suicide.
a wellness check.
Yep.
Mm.
And then go over there. Like, his family keeps telling me he's dead, but he told
What
me
if
he
they
was...
pay the police? And the
Oh,
police
man,
are
I
like,
mean,
yeah, he's dead.
This is going a lot further than what it is. You just need to let it go. Well, just let
It's
it go.
been deleted, so I think that probably people thought that this was crazy. What was some of the advice that they gave her?
I mean, I did see that autopsies are public information. You can request an autopsy report to see if your boyfriend did die or whatever.
That is a little
Mm.
interesting, though. I don't know if I would... If somebody came in like, I want an autopsy report on Mark.
Okay.
Like, how do you know Mark? Like,
What
I
is
would also
your-
be like, why do you want this? Yeah,
what is
for
your
what?
relationship to Mark?
Who just reads them?
Somebody
else said, like, if you have substance abuse problems, maybe he's in a treatment
Could
program.
be.
And they could be like isolating him if she's like the problem.
Could be in
Maybe
jail.
Could be in
Could
jail.
be.
I have a friend who went to jail once a long time ago, and his like we were tight, like, and he was in the military. So when he would go off on a deployment for a long stretch of time, for like a few months or whatever, he would tell us, and we'd like
He
have
was
a going
dead?
away party
No.
for him. No. He would tell us that he was going to leave. We'd have a going away party that weekend, and then we're like, all right, man, we'll see you in a few months. We'll miss you. One day we woke up and he was gone, and none of us could get in touch with him at all, which is also weird. We could usually get in touch with him when he was deployed too, because he was still in the States.
Yeah. Usually you have like a phone.
Whole ass family. Oh, yeah, he got deployed. What? What do you mean he got deployed? Where did he go? Oh yeah, you can't reach him. He went somewhere overseas. We're like, that's weird. He's not somebody who goes overseas. Like, why can't I get in touch with him? And it turns out he was in jail for several years, and his family knew that he was about to fall off the face of the earth in terms of public visibility to friends and family, and they were just like, oh, he's overseas. I mean, I would
think that's
it's
a more plausible excuse than he's dead.
way more extreme than
When
he's
he
dead.
comes back from the dead, it's gonna be really awkward.
It's one of two things. Either this family completely hates this girl and this guy wanted to leave this girl,
Yeah.
didn't know how to do it. So he did the ghost, literal and
ghosting.
figurative ghosting.
Yeah.
Killed himself. No, I mean, like, he literally
Sorry.
got everybody in there to be like, yeah, I'm going to have to get rid of this girl.
Yeah.
This is how I'm going to do it. Or maybe he
he's
actually
dead.
died. One way or the other, though. Whether it's one or the other, it's over. Who cares?
Yeah, they're
you're
not
done.
together anymore.
But
This
also,
guy tried to fake his own death
To get away
to
from
get
you.
away from you. Like,
extreme.
it's over, dude.
I
Yeah.
feel you. But also, I feel like if the family didn't invite you to the film, like, they're not
Yeah, they didn't like
obligated
you.
to invite you anyway. So
I guess.
I guess that's interesting. But I guess she's talking about like she hasn't even found an obituary or anything.
Yeah.
So that's.
Remember that one
he
time we
probably
did
just
an
need to let it
episode?
go.
Remember when we did an episode about the girl who was like, my friend is spreading a rumor that I'm dead? This is like the opposite.
Yeah. My boyfriend's spreading a rumor that he's dead and he's having his family spread it for him.
Hiding from me.
I guess the advice is if you really want to know if he died or not, try to find an autopsy report.
I was gonna say be there when he dies. Then you know for sure.
What does that mean?
Or just show up at his family house.
Just makes you.
I think that's the best thing. Just show up at the family house. Based on the way they look at you, you'll know if he's alive or he's not alive.
Launch an investigation and stalk his family.
Hire a PI.
Or be a PI.
Just become a PI. Let this be your origin story.
Harriet the Spy.
That'd be funny.
That'd be hilarious. You become a PI because you're trying to like figure out if your boyfriend killed himself or died or whatever. And then all of a sudden it consumes the rest of your life. That's all you do professionally.
Make a career out of it.
This is the origin. Is this a villain or a hero origin story that we're watching?
Sounds pretty deranged.
It really depends on when we figure out how she was. See, you know, it's always two sides to a story. She'll make herself seem like the nice, loving wife, and then he'll be like, "Oh my God, it was
this
torture."
Crazy bitch. Yeah.
I was married to Michael Myers. You know what I mean?
I even faked my death, and she still stalked me for 10 years.
Man,
I've had a lot of Michael Myers come up on podcasts lately for some reason.
Well, that was our first fake post. I love that for us.
Was it a fake post?
It was sort of a fake post. It was a mostly made up post.
Oh, because it got deleted and Kelly had to improvise.
Yeah, you didn't even know. You forgot. I was so convincing.
I knew the whole time.
Okay, wow.
Am I the asshole for telling my brother he's wrong to hold a grudge over our parents kicking him out 8 years ago? Me, 20-year-old female, my brother, 26-year-old male, got kicked out by our parents at 18 because he dropped out of high school and refused to work. Our parents gave him 3 days after his birthday to leave and told him not to contact them for money or to ask them to change their minds. He didn't contact us for 4 years, which is when he had my niece, and told our parents they'd never get to meet her. He kept his word, and to this day, our parents have never met their granddaughter. He had contact with me, though. He'd pick me up to visit sometimes, but that stopped when I was 18 and still said I supported what my parents did. He's married now, and he does welding or something along those lines, so I think getting kicked out was the best thing that could have happened to him. True, man. Welders make good money. Legit. To this, say he has never said a word. That's a weird sentence. This is to say he's never said a word to our parents and has told my niece that they're dead. Oh. Nice.
That's the theme of this episode right now.
He refuses to attend any family gatherings if they are there and never brings his family.
Yeah, it would be awkward to see the dead grandparents.
Freak out his 4-year-old daughter. He makes posts online about how parents who kick their kids out at 18 are terrible and how he'll never do the same. I had enough of him disrespecting the people who took care of him, so I went over there to quote-unquote visit and lost it at him. I said he deserved to get kicked out for being a lazy freeloading brat, and his daughter wouldn't exist if he hadn't been. I accused him of hating our parents for being right more than he loves it. So his hate for his parents outweighs his love for his daughter is what she's saying there. That's a confusing sentence. He told me to get out and not come back and said that I'm just like our parents. I don't think I was wrong, but my boyfriend said that I'm rubbing salt in the wound and making things worse for no reason.
Your boyfriend is correct.
Yeah,
you have no reason to go over there, even bring up the situation. You need to fix your relationship, because then she say after 18 he stopped talking to her. You need to worry about your relationship before you worrying about their relationships. Because throughout your whole post, she hasn't really even said anything about the parents trying to do anything. But I guess he probably not even giving them the chance, to be honest with you. If he's telling the kids that she's dead. But I kind of agree with him, because especially in some circumstances, like if your parents don't prepare you to leave at 18, it's fucking hard.
I mean, I think this person's an asshole, and I think the parents were assholes. I think if you're going to have kids and you are going to literally stop supporting them the second they turn 18, you're such a dick. Like, okay, so he dropped out of high school. That's not a great thing to do. And yeah, he didn't have a job, which is also not a great thing to do, but he was only 18. You don't really fully even develop until you're in your 20s. And I feel like if you can't rely on your parents when you're going through some hard shit, who the fuck are you going to rely on? The thing is you kicked your 18-year-old son out to be homeless. And then now that he was like, well, fuck you, I'm never speaking to you again. Now those are the consequences of your actions of kicking him out. And now you're going to be upset about it? No, you've got to deal with that. Like, sorry, not sorry, but I think the parents are dicks.
Yeah.
Totally
there are a lot of other options you could do with your 18-year-old kid. You could have like got him into classes, been more strict, made him pay rent, said he couldn't use the internet unless he started paying for it. No internet at home and you're home all day, you'll fucking get a job. Like,
For sure.
you know what I mean?
Fucking sure.
So I don't know. I feel like there was a lot of space in between what they did do and what they could have done. And I think that the sister's a dick. You were 12 when he was kicked out. You don't know what that was like. You were a kid. I feel like, yeah, you side with the parents, but that's because your parents kept fucking loving you for another 6 years.
Yeah.
Probably
he
loved
was
you
out.
extra because you didn't have to deal with your dickhead brother now.
Right. So,
True.
yep.
I don't know. I think you're definitely the asshole poster. Yeah. You did that solely for what? What does this accomplish?
Right.
You got your point across, even though the point was already known. It sounds like your parents kind of stopped trying to make, some kind of amends with him. So that's fine. Their situation is what it is now, and it's never going to really change. And that's separate and independent of you. Like they're his parents too. You can't try to say that like one is right over the other because like you don't know what it's like to be in both of their shoes. I don't think anyway.
Because each person has a different experience with the same people. You know what I mean?
And like the niece, I feel like part of this comes from like how she was like, oh, you hate the parents more than you love the niece because he hasn't introduced her to the grandparents or whatever. But why introduce your child to family members that were toxic to you and threw you out and probably gave you a shit ton of trauma? Like, I can't even imagine that. So why would you introduce your kids to people like that? I would also be like, yeah, they're dead.
Yeah, maybe it's just easier to make that lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if she's dead then. He probably went back in the house like, yeah, Auntie Carol, she's dead.
Dead.
Yes, we just start
died.
saying about every family member that we don't. Oh man, I'd be saying that about
No
so many of my
funeral.
family members.
No autopsy
Yeah,
report.
they died.
Just dead.
Yeah, I don't really talk to them anymore because they died.
They're dead.
Yeah,
Why do they keep posting on Facebook? Someone hacked it.
yeah.
It's been hacked.
It's a spam.
You know
bot.
what Facebook's like, yeah. Don't respond.
You know what Facebook's like. Somebody cloned and
It's
duped
a
it.
deep fake.
Yep, exactly. It's
Yeah.
a Russian bot.
This person's definitely the asshole though.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Even the parents, like, I hate the whole 18 thing. Especially, like, it doesn't work in today's society.
And you're still so young at 18. You are really so young.
Think
at
about
18.
it though. It's not like they were like, you're 18, get out. It was you dropped out of school and refused to get a job. And if you refuse to get a job, then you know what? Move out then. As a way to try to motivate him. And he was like, okay, I will. And they were like, all right, we'll never come back here again.
Yeah.
And he's like, fine, I won't. You kicked me out and I was 18. It's like, we tried to get you some kind of structure to your life because we saw where you were going and you refused to fucking acknowledge it.
Mm.
And then instead of like trying to be proactive and working with us and still like, working with us to let you stay here without like enabling you, you made no like real attempt to trying to say that you were doing something to better yourself, whatever it is. Get the fuck out. You did it or you didn't do it in this case to like spite your parents. So I don't know. That's separate and independent of whether or not this poster is the
Yeah,
asshole.
I get what you're saying,
This
but
person's
I feel
definitely
like
the asshole.
you
Yeah,
could be
person's
right
dick.
and he could still have that feeling of like, fuck them. Fuck
Yeah.
everything about them.
I would also be like, fuck you.
Yeah, I'd be like, suck it. That's what you say.
Shannon. I feel like her name's
I
Shannon.
wonder how they feel. Like,
Don't say that to Shannon.
we tried to help them,
Oh, I'm
but
sorry. Oh yeah, you have a friend named?
I have a Shannon list. Yep.
I
mhm.
meant Cynthia.
Better name. I don't think I know one Cynthia in real life.
There we go.
Can't talk shit on Shannon.
Suck it, Cynthia.
Yeah,
Sounds better too.
way better. Suck
Yep.
it, Cynthia.
Hi, Shannon.
Yeah, we love you, Shannon.
My bad.
All right. We do. We do.
it's my turn.
Wrapping it up with a Raysean quick one fun thing at the end. I don't know what the post is, but I hope it's fucking good.
I loved that.
Okay.
It was great. That was a nice wink.
Got the wink.
Listen, it was sexy.
Ooh.
Licking his lips, winking at us.
Oh, I want my chapstick back.
That's hilarious.
Need my medicated bliss sticks.
Oh my god.
Now for our Ask Reddit.
Mm.
Which celebrity you don't really get the appeal of?
Okay.
Um,
Anyone named Chris. Chris Hemsworth.
Don't talk shit about Chris's.
Chris Pratt.
That one was fine, even though he was Andy Dwyer. So back up a little bit. But like, I get it nowadays.
I don't like any of them. They're like horrible.
You don't like Chris Evans either?
Is he the one who plays Captain America? Because he's my least favorite of all the Chris's.
He's my most favorite.
Oh my God, I don't like him at
Chris
all.
Evans,
I think he's
but
horrible.
I like Captain America too.
All of them. I'm just like, ugh. That's right. I just don't get the appeal, personally. I don't know. I feel like they're too, like, all American. I don't know. Like, it bothers me.
He plays a character named Captain America.
I am aware, and I am not a fan.
No, I don't get the appeal of.
Who?
Hitler.
Well, he's not a celebrity, so.
Well, I mean,
He's a
I
historical
agree.
figure. Probably, although, you know, I like that you brought it up because
I'm glad
most
you're
people.
not into it.
Yeah, most people I feel don't get the appeal of Hitler. But, you know, 1930s Germany, they, for some reason, got caught up in that weird, loud, obnoxious charisma.
Yeah, I just don't get like people who like in America, like, I need to go collect all this Hitler.
Are you baiting me right now to tell the story? I'm not telling the story. I'm not telling the story.
Anything.
All
I'm
right,
just,
okay.
I feel like
Yeah.
that doesn't count, though, Raysean. I think you have to pick a real celebrity.
I don't understand Hitler
a real
either.
celebrity. I'm trying to think. A celebrity that I do not get the appeal of.
I feel like everyone I hate for good reason.
Okay, so tell me.
No,
I guess
I hate everybody. I'll be
The
here all day
Kardashians. I don't get why they're so famous.
I
like,
love the Kardashians.
because they got big fat asses.
Yeah, but like talent wise, I don't see why.
No, they're not
You can
talented.
get away with having very little talent if you got a big fat ass.
Honestly, this show is
Yeah,
hilarious. Though.
and
I
money.
watch it all the time.
I've never seen.
I
this
love
show. Is
it.
funny?
But the best part of the whole Kardashian show is Scott Disick, though. He's hilarious. He like makes the show. And
So
Khloe-
like, what is
Khloe
that even
Kardashian's.
about? What is like a reality? Like, do they create
I mean,
it like
it's
to
like
be like a
their life.
storyline or?
Quote unquote.
It's like their life.
Okay.
I don't think that things are necessarily scripted, but I think that things are certainly
Exaggerated.
and planned. Like
Yeah.
the things that are going to come up in the episode are planned out in advance. But I don't think that it's like scripted. I don't know.
Like when
I
you
think
start
some of
hearing,
it's really funny.
When you start hearing rumors about like Kim and Kanye dating back in the day, it's like, oh, dude, that means in a couple of seasons of the Kardashians,
That's going to be on the Kardashians.
I'm gonna see Kanye on the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Flash forward, now we see Kanye loving Hitler and shit. He
that
gets
was
the
really
appeal,
weird.
I guess.
The Jonah Hill thing was.
Yeah, he's not
really
he's not anti-Semitic anymore because he loved Jonah Hill's performance in 21 Jump Street.
Well, I mean,
hilarious. Oh my god.
some people say it takes a little. Sometimes I don't know.
Sometimes
you
it
never
takes-
know what's gonna spark
It takes Jonah Hill to
you
save
know?
the day
That was
sometimes.
so
Yeah.
funny.
I kind of get that.
I didn't even
Yeah.
know Jonah Hill was Jewish, but he probably.
I think
I
I'm
agree
picking
about the
Jonah Hill
Kardashians.
for my personality.
Really?
That's interesting.
No,
Gonna
I
have beef
actually,
with Kanye.
I actually kind of like Jonah Hill in
He's
a
alright.
lot of his different movie roles, but like sometimes, especially lately, I see him do interviews and he's not pretentious, but he's definitely looking for people to say something to him about how he used to be a big fat slob.
How
And,
he's
like,
grown.
Yeah.
Is
Or
he
like,
still big?
or about how he is slimmed or shrank because he's just like so much, healthier these
He
days.
feels holier than thou.
Yeah. There's a compilation somewhere on YouTube of reporters asking him questions about being the fat funny guy over the years and him just like, can we get a real question, please? And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Jonah Hill. You were literally the fat kid in Superbad. Why don't you just like lighten up a little bit? We get it. You don't want it to dictate the entirety of your life, but like honestly, it'll get a hell of a lot easier for you when you just like learn to or decide to embrace a little bit and just stop being a fucking stick in the mud dickhead. I had no intentions of picking Jonah Hill. I could have gone like 15 other people. Tucker Carlson, for instance. He's a good one. Sean Hannity, but that's basically the same exact stuff. I'd be saying back to back for the same person. I don't understand the appeal of Korean boy bands. That's a fucking one I totally don't get. Very popular.
Yeah, people
I
get
don't
wicked
get
into
it.
that.
Yeah. It's not that I like dislike it or hate it or anything. I don't understand why people are so drawn to it.
BTS.
Because there's the what do they call them? Pop idols. Or whatever.
Yeah.
They be looking like out of a magazine. You'd be like, who the fuck are these
There's
people?
a
Are they
lot of
like,
pressure put on like Korean pop stars to be like flawless. I've read like articles about people having really intense like mental breakdowns because they're
I know one of
They
them
have to
just
be,
like
like,
killed himself.
perfection.
Damn.
It's horrendous.
I have mental breakdowns, but like I'm not accomplishing anything on
I
that
know.
scale.
Can I be famous? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm suffering from my shit
Okay,
too.
sorry you're a millionaire.
It was just one big
Dance.
group, but I can't think of what they was. I think they had to go to the military though.
Yes, I think that was
BTS.
BTS.
Yeah.
Because in Korea, all men have to have at least one like stint in the military by the time they reach a certain age. It's mandatory.
I don't like Papa John's.
Me either. I don't like the little Caesar pizza guy.
He sucks too.
He's horrible.
Although when I was a kid,
never.
I did like to say
Pizza.
pizza.
I laughed so hard because I
what
read
did he
this
do?
article about.
What did the Caesar guy do?
He's just like a Caesar guy. He's like
Oh,
Caesar.
They don't
He-
have Little Caesars in Ohio?
We have Little Caesars, but I never.
I just don't like
he was
him.
in any
Back in the day,
controversy.
no, it's
He would
not.
like
but
Oh.
do his
back in
little
the
staff.
yeah, the little cartoon
Pizza,
guy in the
pizza.
commercials, he'd pop, and then the pizzas would flip, and he'd go pizza. You know,
Oh, okay.
But is it like piece of pizza or pizza?
it's not.
Pizza?
It's pizza because there's
Pizza,
two
pizza.
full
Pizza.
pizzas on the top of his spear, or whatever the fuck.
I don't like
Why
that
you
guy.
need a spear to cook a pizza?
That's what I'm saying.
What a dumbass. That guy,
Ugh.
no wonder he went out of business for a while in the late 90s, early 2000s.
The
Now they're back
pizza
with that
sucks.
$5 hot and ready. Not very good,
But it's hot and ready.
but it's ready. Actually, both
like I like my women?
hot and ready. And they take an extra 20 minutes because they actually don't have any hot and readies when you get to the store.
Yeah, 5
'Cause
minutes
that
or
happens
whatever.
every time.
Yeah.
At least for me.
Pizza.
What
I
the hell
haven't
are
had
we
no
talking
Little
about?
Caesar pizza in a
Celebrities that we
while.
don't like. I don't know why I considered him a celebrity, but I do.
He's not.
Public figures.
But when you said Chuckle,
Chuckle.
Chuckle fuck?
yeah.
you said
Chuckle
Chuck Carlson.
Chuckle
or-
Carlson?
Can't think of his name.
Tucker Carlson.
It's a debater dude that's in that same realm, and I can't think of his name.
Like a YouTube guy?
Yes,
Like Charlie Kirk or Steven
No.
Crowder or Ben Shapiro?
Ben Shapiro.
There he
Oh,
is.
Cannot
he's horrendous.
stand-
Bebo.
Cannot stand Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
He's got
well,
that weird little
That's
mouth.
because you don't understand, Raysean, that in order to be able to successfully debate another person within the conservative Republican sphere, like my little lisp on that.
Yeah, little.
That was good. You have
So
to understand,
good.
Raysean, that the liberal Hollywood woke elite are trying to poison your children into believing that trans is okay and that they are okay to have sex with as children and adults. This is all grooming behavior. Oh shit! I just went into like a little Jordan Peterson. It's grooming. It's grooming behavior. That's not good. I sound like
Oh,
a fucking.
no.
I can't stand.
I
this
sounded
man.
like stupid drunk Canadian Grover. I sound like a
Not
fucking
into it.
actual Muppet. Yeah, I don't like it.
Mm.
All right, any of the conservative manosphere. Shout out to our friend of the show, Jackson White. I talked
Cool.
to him for a while the other day about Harlan Crow,
Nice.
conservative justice,
Oh, God.
Clarence Thomas, and my loose affiliation with those people.
Oh, my God.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I don't get any of that shit.
Mm.
We hate everyone and everything.
I feel like I'm the only one who picked real celebrities, though. Well, I guess you did with Jonah Hill.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
I just
You
so,
tried to
somebody
I forgot
mentioned-
who
skirt
did
it
I pick?
off.
Who did
Yeah.
I pick?
The Kardashians.
you picked the
Yeah,
Land
I mean-
O'Lakes lady, right?
What?
Oh, man.
I said the Kardashians.
the
that's a whole.
Kardashians.
That's a,
I feel like that's
all
not.
celebrities.
I don't know. I like the.
Who did you
Kardashians.
even pick?
All Chris's.
All the Chris's. What about Chris Pine?
Terrible. I don't know who that is.
He's the worst one.
So there you go.
He's the fourth Chris
You
that
don't like
I
everyone
just
Chris
forgets
Rock?
stand
about.
by what I say. Chris is horrible. Chris Rock was funny 20 years ago.
He's still all right. He's not like
Mhm.
He's okay.
he's not like out
Best
there.
thing he ever did was be that zebra in Madagascar.
That's
So.
interesting.
I can't believe you just said that.
So I'm just saying.
The best thing Chris Rock ever did was
Ever
play
did.
the zebra in Madagascar.
Yep.
Dang. Oh,
Yep.
makes like $50 million an hour.
I can't.
No.
So do the Kardashians. Like, what's that?
Yeah,
Doesn't
I
mean
mean-
shit.
So does Jonah Hill, but not an hour because
Okay.
Jonah Hill's not worth $50 million an hour.
No.
Fucking
I
stupid
mean-
ass
I
Jonah Hill.
know.
I guess when he was doing the 21 Jump Street. or
Vin
what?
Diesel.
Ugh.
That's one that I actually don't get. Everyone's
Well,
always like, family.
I feel so bad about
Dominic
that. Did you hear
Toretto. What?
about Vin Diesel? Just had like a pretty terrible diagnosis of like early onset
Dickhead-ish?
What?
dementia or like
Oh,
Alzheimer's.
That
You
sucks.
talking
Kinda
about
sad.
Bruce Willis, aren't you?
No, I thought it was Vin Diesel.
It's
I think you- I
definitely
think it's
Bruce
Bruce
Willis.
Willis.
It's fan.
Oh, they are the same person, aren't
Phasia.
they? They look the
I
same.
can't remember. Bruce Willis did just get a real. He's like he has to retire
Oh,
from
I
acting
thought it was
now.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, you're thinking of Bruce Willis.
Oh, my bad.
Wow, Kelly. Not all bald white dudes look alike.
Are you sure?
I mean, I'm glad I wear a hat to help you differentiate. But what the fuck,
So
dog?
weak. That's what I
really
was
thought
thinking.
it
I was
was,
like, I think
Vin
that would because they
Diesel.
just announced a new Fast and Furious. So I'm like,
Oh
I
my
think
God,
they would do that.
stop
let it
it.
die already. Let it die
Yeah,
already.
oh,
How many
dementia.
do we need?
No, that's Bruce Willis. Poor Bruce.
You know who I don't
Oh,
like?
God.
I
Yeah.
like his charisma, but it turns out he's a very much of an asshole, and it
Mm.
kind of goes off your Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh my
I
god.
heard he was
Ruined,
an
all the
asshole.
fucking
I've
behind
also
the
heard
scenes.
that. Yeah.
I heard he especially was an asshole during that whole Justice League movie he did just recently.
Black Adam, yeah.
Mhm. And he basically forced him to change the his villain to Superman, and it was
Yep.
supposed to be Captain Marvel, and then that messed up the Captain Marvel shit.
Shazam, but yeah, I feel you.
And then his movie didn't even sell big, and then he was pouting about that. I'm like, man,
He's a baby. And then you read things like at the premiere of Black Adam, he was like adamant that they give him like an extra however many $1 million for him to be able to set up like a booth of I forget the name of his tequila, but he has his own tequila brand. And he was like, we need to do it. Like, we need to set it up for this premiere, Black Adam. Like, the two brands go hand in hand. It's like, bro, this is a superhero movie for like 12-year-old kids. You kind of push for the PG-13 and for us to change the end so that way it doesn't tie in with Shazam and we have Superman instead because you think you should be on par with Superman. Like, shut the fuck up, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Nobody cares about your stupid ass tequila. I'm trying to think who does a good impression of him. Will Sasso. When it Tamanta tequila. It's funny, but not in real life. It's funny when Will Sasso makes fun of him.
I don't like it because when he's in anything, he doesn't ever portray a character. He's always just Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
The
You know
Rock
what
and,
I mean?
and usually a brown shirt
And he
with
has
a front pocket.
He has no
And his biceps
emotion.
are busting out.
He's always the same. Like, he can't have any kind of emotion. Like, you never see him sad.
oh, and he also in his contract that I guess some other actors have it, but he can't lose on screen.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that shit like that.
That is so
Honestly, it's no
interesting.
wonder that him and Vin Diesel didn't get to working along so well together on whatever Fast and the Furious movie
Yeah,
that
they
is.
had that. And then I was on the Rock side then. Now I feel like I need to look back.
Oh,
and
I'm
see
totally
what
on the
Vin
Rock
Diesel-
side for that whole beef that they had a couple years ago. I hate that I don't have any side picked. Like, that's how much I hate Vin Diesel. But like, seriously, that's like
Yeah.
two fucking grown ass 13-year-old men with way too much money and too much clout and way too many social media followers.
I use him a lot in GIFs, though, from when he was young. Like, he had a lot of facial expressions he would do when I'm, like,
The Rock,
sending
the
a GIF.
wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use
Get
his
them
face for a lot
eyebrows.
of GIFs. Yeah, when he does them. And also, one of my favorite outfits, I call it my Dwayne The Rock Johnson outfit, and it's from, like, the 80s. And he's wearing these jeans with a big black belt, and he's got, like,
got
a
the fanny
black shirt
pack.
on with a fanny pack
Yeah.
and little silver chain. I wear that outfit
All
all
right.
the time.
Last thing I'll say about Dwayne The Rock Johnson before we wrap this one up then. I think I just successfully added him to the list of celebrities that I'm convinced sold their soul to Satan in order to achieve the success that they have.
Yeah.
I believe that Michael Jackson is certainly on this list.
Okay.
I think Jonathan Majors, there could be a case made that he made this deal several years ago with the devil and he's come pretty early to collect. Sounds like that kid's career is about to blow up on him. But there are just certain levels of like success people achieve. And like you watch them on the rise and you're like, I get it. This is a cool guy. I understand why everyone likes him so much. And they get so fucking big and consumed with themselves that they just become an egocentric monster. And it's like, I fucking hate you now. You're so goddamn weird. The Rock crossed into that territory just, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years back because he was a lovable dude up until recently, I feel.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things, it's like, I mean, don't hate me for this too, but like Kevin Hart is like that too.
Yep.
For every movie he's ever in, he's Kevin Hart. He doesn't,
And
you can't even get into the movie. because
Who's
it doesn't
best
feel
friends
real.
with Kevin Hart?
It's Dwayne The Rock
Dwayne
Johnson.
The Rock Johnson.
I know, it's the two
They
of them
both
together.
sold their souls to Satan at or around the same
And I
time.
don't
They
think
were
he's
probably
funny.
They were probably hanging out when
it happened.
It happened.
They were like, bro, let's do
Right,
it.
what, during
No
the
homo.
Jumanji movies they did?
That's how
Yeah.
they got Jumanji together.
Yeah.
They
Damn.
made like 2 of those movies. But the only
That
person
movie
you
was
named
alright.
that I want to take off that list is Michael Jackson. I just feel like he was supremely talented.
Sorry, bro. Yeah, he was. But the reason he was able to achieve such great motherfucker made Thriller. How do you make Thriller? You can only
Being supremely talented.
you can
like-
only be so talented. You do need the help of the devil in some cases. In this case, it's to make an album as good as Thriller.
I mean, the
Me and the
Beatles
devil.
kind of have the same type of.
What happened with the Beatles?
Are you
Motherfucker
saying
got shot in the goddamn head. Now, didn't he? And who we left with? Paul, who everyone thinks actually died in like 1968 or some shit. And Ringo. Like, do we have the Beatles anymore? No, because they sold their souls to Satan as well.
Well, I guess.
This was fun. This was good.
Yeah, this was nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
cool.
I just fuck,
Illuminati?
I
Is
think
that what
all
you
rich
said?
people just
Illuminati?
fucking suck, so
Yeah, rich people in general.
yeah.
Elon Ma, he definitely did.
Oh my god, he's the worst.
Yeah.
He's horrendous.
Let's not go on an Elon rant. I could be
wonder
here for the
what
next
Elon
15, 20
Musk-
minutes.
If I could just live his life, like just for
Why?
a day,
He
just
seems
to
so
see what
boring.
He
He's
does.
so insecurely. He's so
He just
insecure.
seems like one of those
and
really rich
miserable and
people.
scared.
Yeah,
He
who's
wants to be
miserable.
like so badly. You don't want to live his. I mean, sure, everyone wants to be a multi-fucking billionaire, but like if you had to be trapped inside his brain and how it
mind.
actually works,
Ugh.
you would understand why he is the way that he is because he's so visibly unhappy and sad.
I
Yeah.
just want to see.
Unhappy and sad because there's a difference, dude.
He's the type of
Unhappy's one
person-
thing, but he's also fucking sad, dude.
He's the type of person that like walks into a room and I feel like the room becomes so uncomfortable. Like you know what I mean? Like it's
I
just
bet
like
he smells
ugh.
like farts too when he doesn't even fart. He looks like he does.
Yeah, it's like a gajillion-dollar cologne. That's actually horrendous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, in-person podcasts are really fun.
Yeah, this was great.
This
I
was
love
way
it.
more fun than a fucking StreamYard.
I'm into it. Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Cool.
hope you watched it on the. Ooh, I don't know why I just yelled. Hope you watched it on the YouTube, and make sure you rate and subscribe wherever you're watching. If you are watching on YouTube, please like the video. That helps it get recommended to other people, so that helps. And we'll see you next time for another in-person one
Woo.
of advice.
Bada bang.
Bum, 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 bum,
Don't be a butt cheek.
bum, 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 Don't be a butt cheek.
Love that.
Don't.